Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the campus of the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils as they host day two, the second doubleheader, hosting the Marshalltown Community College Tigers into town for game two. Yesterday, game one went to the Tigers 8-7. And then the Blue Devils won the second game 6-0. Very good. Thank you, sirs. 6-0. We'll get the starting lineups, kind of getting a late start. Internet giving us a bit of problem. The wind is blowing horrendously, and I swear there's some gaps somewhere because of that, but we'll rip through this thing just like everything is going well. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in today on this Monday, which is unusual game day that we broadcast. Thank you for joining today. See if I can't get through the starting lineups very quickly before the anthem is played. Slack, Moreno, Derman, Sarah Gannon, Pell, Pickett's, Ralston, Jewelin, and Followell, and on the mound, Matt Hendricks. For the Blue Devils, Dawson, Hutchison, Bard, Sanchez, Vaughter, Adams, Johnson, Carlin, Buck, with Arlen Peters on the mound. We will be back briefly for the start of this one. Thanks for joining in. We'll be back. On the mound today for the Blue Devils is Arlen Peters. He's from Schagенfeld, Canada. His ERA is 9.0. Tall righty on the mound today. Defense behind him will be Palmer Hutchison at third. Cole Dawson at short. Jet Buck at second and Brendan Bard at first. Across the outfield from left to right, Jalen Johnson in left, Caleb Adams in center, and Pablo Sanchez in right with Camden Carlin behind the plate. Second day of games. First game went to the Tigers 8-7. The Blue Devils scored 5 runs after being down 6 in the bottom of the 7th and just came up a hair short of tying that one up to be able to send it into extras. So we lost the first one 8-7 and then 6-0. They won by shutout in the second game. 2 games today, 1 and 3:30 or approximately there. And here we go. Clayton Slack, the shortstop, leads off for the Tigers. He starts the day batting .407. He'll step in on the right-handed side to face Peters. That ball misses just a little bit inside. Welcome, everyone. Looking forward to a little bit of an overcast day here. The wind is blowing very strong out of the south. There's a strike called blowing out to left field. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count on the shortstop, Slack. Strike called outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Slack. Way outside. So 2-2 the count. Ball, 2 strikes. Misses just a little bit outside, so the count goes full on the leadoff hitter. Slack led off the first game yesterday, I believe, with a home run, first pitch of the game. There's a foul ball backing out of play, so we'll do the 3-2 again. Peters with the wind and the 3-2 pitch. There's a ball headed into left field. So a leadoff base hit by Slack. That's going to bring up Moreno. Moreno, the second baseman. He starts the day batting .280. Runner at first base after the leadoff hit by Slack. There's a strike called. 0-1 the count on Moreno. Moreno, the second baseman. Outside, nicely blocked by Carlin. Slack started to go and then thought better. Some runners have that green light that whenever the ball kicks away from the catcher, we're going. We're going to make him get it. We're going to make him to make a throw to get the out. Slack thought better. Here comes the 1-1. Strike just catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw over to first. Kind of an easy lob. That's usually when the dugout yells, he's got one better. That was just a turn and a lob. 1-2 the count. Check swing, pitch up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just misses a little bit outside. That right there is pretty good consistency behind the plate with the umpire. Had that was just a little further out than a couple of strikes on the outside corner, establishing some consistency here. Throw over to first, back in safely is Slack. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Derman. Derman starts the day batting .316. He'll step in to face Peters, the right-handed pitcher for the Blue Devils. Fly ball down the right field line. That's going to get out of play. You have to kind of take a look at things over there. The way the wind's blowing, you get anything way up in the air with a little spin on it, and it'll bring it back to the field of play. Runner at first, 1 out. Early going here, first game. That's high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Got the fire department is attendance. There's a ball. It's going to be down the right field line. There's a little turn-in area up there. The fire department's sitting watching the game. That's awesome. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Derman. Breaking pitch stays way upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Weston Derman. Runner at first, 1 out. Top of the first inning action. 2 7-inning games if they didn't change the format from yesterday. Way up high. 400 feet to dead center. 394 to the alleys. 290 down each line. It comes back in really tight if you put one down the line. Throw back over to first, back in safely is Slack. Swing and a miss. So a leadoff hit by Slack and then back-to-back strikeouts. That's going to bring up Sarah Gannon, the third baseman. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. He starts the day batting .375. Not sure if they got updates made from the game yesterday, but we'll go with what they have on the website. .375 batting average for Joel Suraganen. Runner goes, pitch way up and back to the screen. So now 2 outs with a runner at second base for Suraganen. Suraganen at the plate. That's up high. 3-0 the count to the number 4 hitter for the Tigers of Marshalltown Community College. Made a trip down from Marshalltown, Iowa. Strike right through there, 3-1 the count. early in the game, run it right down through there again. Make him put it in play. Sure, as I say that, he hits one out. It's not such a good idea with first base open. Strike two called, outside corner. That was nibbling a little rather than right down the middle. So down 3-0 the count. Then Peters comes back with 2 strikes called. So now 3-2 the count to Suraganen. Swing and a miss, so a walk, a base hit, and then strikes out the side after that. At the end of half an inning, no score. We'll be back. Matt Hendricks is on the mound for the Tigers. He's from Waverly, Illinois. He has a 27.0 ERA. He's got Suraganen at third, Slack at shortstop, Moreno at second, Derman at first, Pickett's in left, Pell in center field, and Followell in right. Gage Julin. Gage caught both games for them yesterday. He's right back down there squatting as the battery mate for Hendricks. He's behind the plate. Dawson, Hutchison, and Bard scheduled to lead off for the Blue Devils. Top half of the inning, no score for the Tigers. The Blue Devils are ready to get set to take some swings against Hendricks. Dawson starts the day batting .349. He'll step in against Hendricks. Drive into right center. That's run down by the right fielder, Gabriel Followell. So he put a nice charge in it, but just not quite far enough. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison batting .289. He'll step in against Hendricks. A little bit low. 1-0 the count on the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. There's a strike outside corner at the knees. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Breaking pitch just catches the outside corner. That outside corner seems so wide when that breaking ball is finally caught back here after it breaks past the plate. Comes the 1-2. A little bit further outside this one, a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Matt Hendricks on the mound for the Tigers. Comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called outside corner. It's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard starts the day batting .400. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. here in the bottom of the first inning. 7-inning scheduled game. Breaking ball lifted high into right center. Excuse me, left center. Taken care of. Left or center? Catch that, Jace. Left fielder Pickett's with the catch of that one. So 3 up and 3 down for the Blue Devils. We go to the top of the second inning, no score. All right, here we go to the top of the second inning. Pitching change. The Blue Devils using an opener. And so now after the first inning by Arlen Peters, Alan Mercado from Barceloneta, Puerto Rico, will take the mound. Luke Pell, the center fielder, will face him. Just a little bit low. Pell starts the day batting .238. He steps in as he leads off the top of the second inning. Squares to bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pell, Pickett's, and Ralston due up for the Tigers. So that's high chopper over to Palmer and over to Bard for the 5-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Pickett's. Pickett's will step in on the left-handed side. Pickett's batting .200. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss outside corner and swung right through it. 0-2 the count. High and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to Buck at second base, over to Bard for the out. So 2 ground outs to start the second here for Mercado as he comes in for the opener, Peters. It's going to bring up Ralston. Curveball a little bit outside. Ralston starts the day at .095 batting average. That's high. 2-0 the count. Pell with a ground out to Hutchison at third. Pickett's with the ground out to second base at Buck. Both over to Bard for ground outs. Here's a foul ball down toward the coach's box. 2-1 the count. Spencer Ralston, the designated hitter for the Tigers. Here's a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Low and inside, late movement on that ball, went in down and hard. So a full count here on the designated hitter, Ralston. High and inside, so a 2-out walk issued to Ralston. That's going to bring up Julin, the catcher. Julin starts the day batting 133. Swing and a miss. Runner at first base is Ralston. Swing and a miss. Another fastball right through there. Good movement of that fastball. Appears to have a little sinking in, a tail in on the right-hander. 0-2 the count. Let's get the outside corner and set him down. Or blow a fastball right past him at the end of 1.5. No score. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Scheduled up for the Blue Devils, Sanchez, Vaughter, and Adams. Sanchez, Pablo Sanchez, the right fielder. Takes ball 1. Sanchez starts the day batting .355. That's going to fall foul down the left field line. A lot of chasing. Surrigan, Schlack, and Pickett's all chasing down the left field line to no avail. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch, waits on it, fouls it back into the screen. We'll do the 1-2 again. Tigers with the only hit in the game so far, and it was the leadoff hit by Slack. Matt Hendricks on the mound for the Tigers. Here comes the 1-2. Popped up on the right-hand side. First baseman Derman comes in to take care of that for the out. Pitcher kind of stepped down like he was hitting. No, pitchers just stay the heck out of the way. Let somebody come catch the ball. That's going to bring up Braden Vaughter. Vaughter starts the day batting .368. There's a ball right by the first baseman. Headed for second base. And that's going to be a double hit. It was on the first baseman before he had a chance to react with his glove. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams starts the day batting .257. He'll be up there with one out and a runner at second base. Breaking pitch, inside corner, swing and a miss. Caleb Adams, the center fielder. Another bender that gets in the dirt, nicely blocked by Julian. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on. Each team with 1 hit. The ball headed into left field. Going to send him to home. So that's going to be an RBI double for Adams. That's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. He'll be up there with the runner at second base and 1 out. Strike right through there, breaking pitch. Johnson starts the day batting .333. So an RBI double into left field after the double by Vaughter. So Vaughter doubles and Adams hits a double and brings him home to take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Play back at second base, nothing going on back there. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 run in. Here in the bottom half of the inning. Ball's out of play over the first base dugout. 1-2 the count. Jalen Johnson, the left fielder for the Blue Devils. Breaking pitch. Popped up. Catcher comes out, almost collides with his pitcher, but makes the play in fair territory. It's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin steps in with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Carlin starts the day batting .222. Breaking pitch nicely blocked by the catcher, Julian. 1-0 the count. Camden Carlin, the catcher for the Blue Devils in the first game. One run in the inning for the Blue Devils. Back-to-back doubles. Vaughter and Adams. Adams with the RBI double. There's strike called outside corner at the knees. 1-1 the count. Camden Carlin. Breaks wide and outside. So 2-1 the count. Bit of an overcast turnout to the day. It really helps my cameras when you don't have that bright sun reflecting off the artificial turf. Sometimes that's hard to see. Here comes the 2-1. So a bluff to go, got out in no man's land. The catcher throws behind, and Adams ends up at third base. So 3-1 the count. It's a little bit up, ball 4. It's going to bring up Jet Buck. Buck starts the day batting .313. He'll step in here with 2 outs and 2 on. Foul ball down the right field line and out of play. Runner at third and first. Buck at the plate. He's the second baseman. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Carlin. Adams at third. Carlin at first after the 2-out walk. Breaking pitch right through there. Starts out kind of coming inside and then breaks back across for a strike called. 2-0-2 the count. Little surprise now. 2 strikes here, and Buck not moving in on tight on the plate as we usually do. Outside, going to see if we could steal a run to get a throw down to second, but it didn't happen. 1-2 the count. Runners now at second and third. So 2 runs in scoring position for Buck. See if Buck can get something on the outfield grass. Way outside, nicely blocked by the catcher, Julin. Julin does a nice job back there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here in the second inning. Outside, 3-2 the count. Runners at second and third. Buck at the plate. Hendricks on the mound for the Tigers. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. And taken by the shortstop, Slack, over to Derman for the out. So the Blue Devils get 1 run in the inning. At the end of 2 full, they lead 1-0. I'll be back. Here we go to the top of the third. There's a swing and a miss. This is Followell, Slack, and Moreno. Followell starts the day batting .333. He takes up high. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Followell, the right fielder, as he leads off the top of the third for the Tigers. Low and inside, 2-1 the count. Gabriel Followell, the right fielder. Two and one the count on him. Foul ball headed down the right field line. Two balls, 2 strikes on Followell. Just misses a little bit outside. I think it had to have been a little bit low because outside he's been pretty consistent. There's a ground ball headed to Buck. He's up with it and over to Bard for the 4-3 first out of the inning. So back to the top of the order and Slack. Slack is from Viroqua, Wisconsin. Viroqua. He had a base hit to left field. His first time up to lead the game off with a hit for the Tigers. 2-0 the count to him. There's a strike right through there. So Hendricks back for his second inning of work. Strike called, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clayton Slack, the shortstop for Marshalltown. So ground ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it, throws a short, quick hopper, so Dawson one-hops Bard, makes Bard do a little extra work, but nonetheless a 6-3 put out, so 2 ground outs. That's going to bring up Moreno. Moreno is from Chicago, Illinois. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Tried to check swing, but, couldn't do it. So a strike called on the check swing. 0-1 the count. Now we see my center field camera's gone a little bit on the glitz. We hope that that'll come back. We'll move to this camera. There's a flare into right field for a hit. So a 2-out hit for Moreno. That's going to bring up Derman. Derman will be up there with 2 outs. Derman is from Neosho, Missouri. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. It's a high fly ball to deep center field. Going back to take care of that is Adams for the 3rd out. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd. Blue Devils leading 1-0, both teams with 2 hits. I'll be back. Here we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Dawson, Hutchison, and Bard scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He flew out to right field his first time up. Strike outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. Both teams with 2 hits. Blue Devils with a run. No errors so far in this one. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a breaking pitch. Bends right through there for 0-2 the count on the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Breaks way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count. Hendricks on the mound for the Tigers. Breaking pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a line drive into left field. So a base hit for Dawson. It's going to bring up Hutchison. He's from Hays, Kansas. He'll step in with a runner at first. And nobody out after that leadoff hit by Dawson. Throw over to first, back in safely is Cole, the shortstop. Throw over to first, nothing doing. Palmer Hutchison at the plate. Bottom of the third action, Blue Devils leading 1-0. Pop up on the infield on the right side. The second baseman, Moreno, comes in to take care of that for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Brendan Bard. Bard is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. He'll step in with a runner at first and 1 out. Way outside. 1-0 the count. Bard, the first baseman. Throw over to first, back in safely is Dawson. Dawson led the inning off with a base hit to left field. Hutchison popped out to the second baseman. Here we are with Bard at the plate, 1-0 the count. Fly ball headed into shallow right field. Moreno goes out and takes care of that. It's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez is from Sidra, Puerto Rico. He'll be up there with 2 outs. And a runner at first. Dawson at first. Sanchez at the plate. He's the right fielder. Strike on the outside corner. Runner goes, going to have a stolen base by Dawson. Runner at second base now in scoring position for Sanchez. Breaks outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. he saying 2-1? 2 balls and 1 strike.
Hey, that pinky's his broken finger, so he does it on accident. Yeah. Yeah, you're all good. I was just letting you know this is broken.
Because I'm like,
It's his right pinky.
Yeah,
It's broke, so it always sticks out.
I was like, really? I thought the count was only 2-1, and then
No, I saw you though. Wow, that's sure.
Little bit up to catch the corner. 3-1 the count. Three balls and a strike to Sanchez. There's ball 4. So that's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter is from Topeka, Kansas, went to Seaman High School. Runners at first and second. Vaughter at the plate. Vaughter had a double his last time up. Like to get a little double action going on here, see if we can get both runs home. Dawson at second base. Sanchez at first. Braden Vaughter at the plate. Strike right through there. 1-1 the count on the designated hitter for the Blue Devils, Braden Vaughter. There's a strike right through there. 1-2 the count. Check Coach out there, Coach Goldbeck, see if he's got anything changed. No change made from the previous signs. 1-2 the count. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. There's a ball headed into right field. So an RBI single for Braden Vaughter. He has 2-hit game. That's going to bring up Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Ball misses a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. So Adams, he had an RBI double his last time up. He's up there with runners at the corners. 2 outs, 1-0 the count on him. Breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Caleb thought that was a little bit wide, but he's been pretty consistent out there. 1 ball, 1 strike, consistent as the umpire, I mean. 1-1 the count. Breaking pitch. High fly ball to left field, getting over in the corner. And that is a fair ball home run. There's that point where the 290 comes in from the 375 for the 3-run home run by Adams. Going to have a visit to the mound. I'll do a little paperwork and get things taken care of. We'll see if there's a change. We'll be back. Blue Devils with a 5-0 lead. So Hendricks will stay in the game after that 3-run home run by Caleb Adams. That's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Johnson is from Blue Springs, Missouri, went to Blue Springs South High School. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Johnson popped out to the catcher just out down the third base line. His first time up. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. Slack is up with it and over to Derman for the final out of the inning, but the Blue Devils pick up 4 more. We go to the top of the 4th with the Blue Devils leading 5-0. I'll be back. To the top of the 4th we go. Pitching change for the Blue Devils. Parker Bosserman, who played both games at second base yesterday. He is from Oak Grove, but went to high school at Grain Valley before they moved to Oak Grove. First pitch is a little bit down. He has a 0.0 ERA. He has pitched just 5 innings. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2 position players that are throwing just a little bit this year is Camden Carlin and Parker Bosserman. 2-1 the count. Camden may have been our on-deck person. I'm not sure, but anyway, still had his Evo shield on for hitting. There's a high chopper at Dawson. He's up with it and over to Bard for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Jet Buck. Nope, wrong side here. Thank you. Forgot to turn things over and got a little turned around. That was actually Sarah Gannon that grounded out. Pell is from Joliet, Illinois. 2-0 the count to him. Swinging and a miss, so 2-1 the count. In the dirt and caroms off the catcher's gear over to the dugout. 3-1 the count on Luke Pell. He grounded out to Hutchison at third his first time up. It's a ball headed at Dawson. Dawson's up with it and over the first. So back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop, Dawson. That's going to bring up Pickett's. Dawson Pickett's will step in. Pickett's is from Kensington, Canada. He's up there with 2 outs and 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Blue Devils leading 5-0. They've got 5 runs on 5 hits. The Tigers of Marshalltown have 0 runs on 2 hits. Not sure where that missed. But we'll take it as a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a check swing. Throw down to first to finish off that strikeout. We will go to the bottom half of the 4th with the Blue Devils leading 5-0. We'll be back. Carlin, Buck, and Dawson scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Hendricks back for another inning of work. Carlin from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. little bit high. 3-0 the count on the catcher, Carlin. Carlin walked his last time up. Excuse me, I'm guessing he'll be taken here. Strike called. Outside corner at the waist. 3-1 the count. Ground ball at the third baseman. Saragunin up with it. Saragannon up with it and over to Derman for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Jet Buck. Buck is from Kansas City, Missouri. Went to Liberty North High School. Takes a strike on the outside corner. He's up there with one out and nobody on as the Blue Devils bat here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, leading 5-0. High pop up on the infield. Coming in to take care of that is Saragannon for the second out of the inning. So back to the top of the order. Cole Dawson, he flew out to right field and had a base hit to left field. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Strike right through there. On one on the shortstop, Dawson. Another strike right through there. Takes that breaking pitch and sprays it out of bounds. Foul territory down the right field line. Nice job of just taking anything close and trying to do something with it. 0-2 the count on Dawson, the shortstop. There's a ball headed into left field, so that foul ball gave him a chance. And he took off and running and turned that single into a double. So a 2-out hit, that's going to bring up the third baseman, Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison's been called out on strikes and popped out to the second baseman so far in the game today. See if he can get something on the outfield grass for himself and the Blue Devils a run. There's a fair ball down the left field line. He's going to go in to second base. So a double, back-to-back doubles again here with 2 outs. For an RBI for Hutchison. Makes it 6-0. Bard will step in. Bard steps in with 2 outs and runner at second base after that RBI double. There's a ball headed into center field. Cruising in to take care of that is Luke Pell. So Palmer Hutchison with the RBI double to give the Blue Devils one more run, make it 6. We'll go to the top of the 5th. I'll be back. Blue Devils with a 6-0 lead as the Tigers come up here in the top of the 5th inning. Scheduled up is Ralston, Julin, and Followell. Ralston walked his first time up. Takes low, ball 1. Ralston is from Overland Park, Kansas. It's a high fly ball into center field. Getting underneath that is Caleb Adams. Didn't move but about 2 or 3 steps for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Gage Julin. Gage is from Elkhorn, Nebraska. He struck out his first time up, takes strike on the inside corner. Blue Devils with 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th to lead 6-0. Little bit low. Bosserman came in and pitched the 4th inning. There's a swing and a miss. Peters went 1 inning as an opener, and then Mercado went 2 innings. Bosserman came in the 4th, is now here in the 5th, his 2nd inning of work. Little bit up. Looked good to us up here, but ruled up just a bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. That's way up high. So a 1-out walk to the catcher, Julin. That's going to bring up Follower. Followell. He's from Des Moines, Iowa. There's a bunt by him. Off to get it is Bosserman, and down to Bard at first for the 4-3. So a sac bunt by Followell. Back to the top of the order. Schlack. He's had a base hit to left and grounded out to the shortstop so far in this first game today. Two outs, runner at second base. Breaking pitch stays a little bit upstairs. That breaking pitch makes it down to the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on. There's a breaking pitch way out behind the batter there. Two balls and a strike. Foul ball backing out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bosserman in his second inning of relief. There's a breaking pitch, just really got in on the hands and was fouled back by Clayton Slack, the shortstop for the Tigers. Another breaking pitch. Way behind the runner. That's going to be a wild pitch and allow the runner to move. to third. Three balls, two strikes. Slack at the plate. It's high and inside, ball four. It's going to bring up Moreno. Moreno's going to be up there with runners at the corners. Moreno has struck out and had a base hit to right field, his two at bats so far in this one. A little bit high and inside. 1-0 the count. Going to have a quick visit to the mound. We'll see if there's a change made. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. All right, visit to the mound is over. That misses just a bit. 2-0 the count on Moreno. There's a foul ball in on the fist of Moreno, so 2-1 the count. The fly ball headed down the right field line, and that's going to just get in the dugout, or excuse me, in the bullpen of the Tigers. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Moreno at the plate now. Bosserman on in relief of Mercado. There's a base hit into left field. That's going to be an RBI hit for Moreno. So 2 base hits in the game, one of them for an RBI for Moreno. That's going to bring up Derman, the first baseman. He's struck out and fly out, been out on a fly to center field. That's outside. It's going to be safe at second base. Ball kicked away just a little bit from the catcher. Carlin went to throw to 2 and really close down there, but 1-0 the count. Runners now at second and third, but 2 outs. There's a high fly ball to center field. Caleb Adams should take care of that and does. So at the end of 4.5, the Blue Devils lead 6-1. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Pablo Sanchez, Vaughter, and Adams scheduled up for the Blue Devils. There's a strike outside corner. Sanchez popped out to the first baseman and walked so far in this one. There's a breaking pitch. He waited on it, slapped it to right field, and Followell will take care of that. So that's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter has a double and a single so far in the game. An RBI with his single. He'll step in with one out and nobody on. Breaking pitch stays outside, 1-0 the count. A high fly ball to deep right field. On the run is Followell, but over to take care of that is Luke Pell from center field. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams has an RBI double and a 3-run home run. We get a little visit down to Caleb from Coach Goldbeck. Matt Hendricks has gone all the way so far for the Tigers. Tigers with 1 run on 3 hits. The Blue Devils with 6 runs on 7 hits. In the 5th inning is here in the top of the 5th is when the Tigers got their first run. The Blue Devils have 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th for a total of 6. They lead 6-1 as they bat here in the bottom half of the inning. There's a ball in the dirt. Jewelman doing a nice job behind the plate for the Tigers. Want to know the count? 2 outs to Caleb Adams. There's pitch, top part of the zone for a strike called 1 ball, 1 strike. That's about as high a ball as you'll see a strike with this umpire. And that misses a little bit low. Will just be a little bit of a trade-off on those two. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Blue Devils batting here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Misses a little bit outside, 3-1 the count. Outside, ball 4. It's going to bring up Jalen Johnson. Johnson has popped out to the catcher in fair territory and grounded out to the shortstop. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Pop up over on the right field side. Second baseman Moreno comes over to take care of that at the end of 5 innings of a scheduled 7-inning game. Blue Devils lead 6-1. I'll be back. Pitching change for the Blue Devils. William Hand from Olathe went to Olathe West High School. He will face Surrigan, Pell, and Picketts. There's a ball headed into left field, and that's going to be a base hit for Surrigan. That's going to bring up Pell. Pell is grounded out once to third base and once to shortstop. He squares to bunt, takes back, pulls it back, first ball one. 1-0 the count on the center fielder, Luke Pell. Foul ball off the foot, so 1-1 the count. A little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Strike called. Inside corner at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the center fielder, Luke Pell. Ground ball headed up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So back-to-back base hits for the Tigers, and they've got something cooking here. That's going to bring up Picketts. Picketts has grounded out and struck out so far in this one. He's up there with runners at first and second with nobody out. Swing and a miss of that offering by Hand. Peters was the opener. Mercado went 2. Bosserman went 2. Now William Hand comes on. There's a check swing into the net. 0-2 the count on the left fielder, Picketts. Duncan Picketts. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So now a ground ball right at somebody could get Hand out of this inning. Ralston, the designated hitter, he's walked and been out on a fly to center field in this game. Just misses a little bit low and outside. 1-0 the count. A little behind on my scoreboard. We're in the top of the 6th. I'll get that changed right now. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the dirt. Nicely blocked by Carlin. There's a ball off the glove of Palmer Hutchison at third. So an RBI base hit by Ralston. So 2 runs end up scoring. Let me check the scoring on that, see if that's going to be a hit or an error. We'll reserve the right to change that. Nonetheless, 2 runs score. So a 6-3 game now. We'll wait and see how that is scored. Sometimes. There's a swing and a miss, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting for the official score on that. It's kind of a tough deal up here in the press box to have a player running that. Maybe we could check with TCAP to see what he was putting on there. 2-2 the count. There's strike 3 called. So Gage Julin is out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Gabriel Followell. Followell steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. There's a foul ball back into the net. Regardless of whether it's an error or a hit, 2 runs scored on the play, one of them kind of late, but nonetheless 6-3. There's a strike outside corner.
I think there's going to be an error on the play regardless, an error in the middle.
0-2 the count. That's high and outside, so 1-2 on Gabriel Followell. He's grounded out. Twice to second base. There's a foul ball backing out of play. Top of the 6th inning action. 2 scheduled 7-inning games today. Blue Devils lost the first one. Tigers took the first one 8-7. Blue Devils took the second one yesterday 6-0. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Tigers cut the deficit in half now, 6-3. I'll be back. Bottom half of the 6th inning we go. 6-3, Blue Devils lead. Scheduled up is Carlin, Buck, and Dawson. Carlin has walked and grounded out to the third baseman so far in this one. He'll step in as he leads off the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Blue Devils. Hendricks back for another inning of work. There's a strike called on the inside corner. Swing and a miss of that fastball. 0-2 the count. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Tigers, 6 runs on 7 hits for the Blue Devils. High foul ball taken by the shortstop Clayton Slack over in the fence, just right at the edge of the fence. It's going to bring up Jet Buck. Buck squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball, 1-0 the count. Buck is grounded out to the shortstop and popped out to the third baseman. Breaking pitch breaks outside. 2 balls, no strikes on the second baseman, Jet Buck. Ball headed over to the right field side. And that is taken care of by Derman over in foul territory. So 2 foul outs. By the Blue Devils. So back to the top of the order. That brings up Dawson. He flew out to right field and then had a base hit and a double. That misses just a little bit low and inside. Cole Dawson, the shortstop. 2 outs. Breaking pitch stays up high. 2-0 the count. That's up high. 3-0 the count. Dawson trying to get on with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th. Scheduled 7-inning game. Misses outside, so a 2-out walk to Dawson. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He'll step in. Blue Devils leading 6-3, 2 outs. Dawson at first base after the walk. Throw over to first base. Back in safely is Cole Dawson, the Blue Devils shortstop. There's a strike, Bender right through there. 0-1 the count. Hutchison was called out on strikes, popped out to the second baseman, then had an RBI double just inside the line, down the left field line. Oh, and 1 the count on the third baseman, Hutchison. Pop up on the infield. Moreno's going to come over and take care of that. So Hutchison has popped out to the second baseman twice in this game. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Blue Devils need 3 outs to finish this thing. The Tigers need 3 runs to keep it going. We'll be back. Blue Devils with another pitching change. Hunter Cachero comes in. He has a 3.60 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings. He's from Shawnee, Kansas, went to St. James High School. He will come in to try and finish this thing up. Back to the top of the order with Slack, Moreno, and Derman. That's up high. Slack has a base hit to left field, a ground out to shortstop, and a base on balls. That's low and inside. So 2-0 the count. The ball swung at and fouled over the first base dugout.
Jerry, the official ruling is an error.
So the official ruling is an error on there's a strike called, 2-2 the count on Hutchison. I was just trying to think back through that as the debate goes on from the powers that be. There's a ball up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff hit for Slack. I was trying to visualize in my head if the glove, when the ball went off the glove, if it was in front of him or if it was toward the outfield side of him, which would lend me to make it toward a hit instead of an error. There's outside. So that brings up Moreno. Moreno has struck out and had 2 base hits, one of them for an RBI. There's a ball headed to deep left field. Going back on that is Johnson, and Johnson makes the catch. So a long retreat for Slack. So that's going to bring up Derman. Derman, the first baseman, he's struck out, been out on a fly to center field twice in this game. We'd just be real good with him flying out to center field again. 1 out. Blue Devils lead 6-3. Trying to finish this thing out is Cachero. There's a little pop-out flare into shallow right, and that is picked up and dropped and then thrown back in to second base. So that'll be a 4-6 for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Surrigan, and he struck out, grounded out, and had a base hit. Swing and a miss of that first pitch, 0-1 the count. So the Tigers down to their last out for this one. That's a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Surrigan, the third baseman. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. Took a little off of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So for the moment, the Tigers are down to their last strike. 6-3 lead. Cachero trying to finish this thing off. Ball bounces away from Carlin, but not far enough for Slack to move up. Runner at first. Surrigan at the plate. There's a swing and a miss. So 6-3 the final in the second game. That's a winner. Cachero comes in to shut that down. The Blue Devils, the final of this one, 6-3, will be take about a 20-minute break, and we'll come back for the final game. Appreciate those that you are watching and listening. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the final game of this 4-game, 2-day 4-game series.